live yet. We're not live yet. We're not live yet. All right, welcome to STSPN. We're here tonight in the Grizzly Bear Cave for the playoff game between the Lynnwood Royals and the Glacier Peak Grizzlies.
It's not a playoff game yet, Ron.
Well, it's the last game of the season or here tonight, John, so not quite a playoff game. See if we can get Coach Hill down here for a quick interview. If I can get Scott's attention.
All right.
Here we go, Scott.
Scott Oshman here with Brian Hill. Brian, senior night here against Lynnwood, big game, number 1 versus number 5 in the state. I got one very simple question. Are you going to go fast or are you going to try and slow this thing down?
We're going to try to win. If that means we have to go slow, then we'll go slow. If we have to go fast, we'll go fast. But we just got to be able to play our kind of basketball and be able to handle Lynnwood's pressure.
Okay, do you want to get in a track meet in their 3-ball, or do you want to just, you want to win, I understand, but is there any strategy to try and slow these guys down, or you want to keep it low scoring?
Low scoring is probably better for us against them because they can put up a lot of points pretty quick, and they have a great transition game. And we like to run set offenses, so we're trying to just do our best to do well.
All right, hopefully limit those turnovers. Congratulations on a great season so far, still yet to come. Good luck tonight. I'll throw it right back up. Senior night, Ron Henthorne, John McClain.
All right, thank you, Scotty. Nice interview there. He didn't get a lot of conviction out of Coach Hill tonight, but he's going to do his best to try to get that win down there.
There was plenty of conviction, just not much information. But we know exactly what he wants to do. He wants to slow this ball game down.
He does want to.
If he can slow Lynnwood down, they will score less, and they'll be able to keep the score tighter. If he lets them run and he gets in a running game with those ponies that they got over there at Lynnwood, it's all over.
Well, we pretty much agree with that strategy between all of us here, John, and I think that that's a good strategy for these kids tonight, but none of them are big. None of them are anything but fast, and so they're going to be all trying to run when they can.
All right, Scott Oshman, Everett Edwards, the Lynnwood coach. This is your 8th season, is that correct?
Yes,
8th season.
I'm getting old.
Listen, you've probably been asked, number 1 ranking all year long. You had a tough game against Lynnwood where you started out, very strong. These guys battled you at your home court. What did you tell your girls coming into tonight? It's been a big week for you.
We're expecting a very tough battle from Glacier Peak tonight. It's their senior night. They have all the want-to beat Lynnwood, and we're expecting a dogfight of a game.
Any other things as far as limiting them? Anybody you're king? Watkins down low. Anything special tonight? You're just going to play your Lynnwood Royal basketball.
They have a great team. We're concerned about the whole team and all of their players and their bench and their coaches, and we're just going to try to play our game and hope for the best.
All right, you still having fun?
I couldn't beat. Where else would I want to be on a Friday night than here? So having a great time.
All right, always great with your time. Congratulations on a good season. Good luck tonight. That's head coach Everett Edwards. Back to you guys.
Edwards has it right, though. Where else would you want to be on a Friday night?
Yeah, where would you want to be, John? Right here. How about that?
Stuck in a gym somewhere, getting ready to play a little round ball.
And again, we got a nice little interview with Coach Everett Edwards, but no commitment other than he's going to play his ball game, man.
None of these coaches are showing their hand at all, man. They're keeping those cards tight to their chest.
They are. They are. So we're getting the player interviews here tonight. Introductions here, and I'm not sure how that's working out, but the sophomores there were handing something off to the Everett Royal or the Lynnwood Royals there. So
we'll be right back. So we'll be right back.
All right.
At the start of the game, momentarily.
NBA 3-ball. He just absolutely drains that one.
Shoreline Community College and Puget Sound Auto Dealers Association have been recognized internationally for its pioneering in finding a new way to deliver technical training for automotive repair.
Play somewhere. I don't know where, though. I would bet.
All right, back here live, Scott Oshman, Ron Henthorn, and Jenna McLean. It's a doozy. The #1 team in the state, Lynnwood Royals, against the #5 team in the state, Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Glad you guys are with us. Lynnwood coming in 10-1, 17-1 overall. Their only loss at a holiday tournament against Todd Beamer, the 4A #1 team. And they lost that one 55-43. Beamer actually just clinched the 4A SPSL title earlier.
Yeah, what league's Beamer in?
I think it's this SPSL. Is it
South Puget Sound League?
It's basically a 4A type league.
Yeah.
So they won't be seeing them in state.
Well, but I mean, I came out of the South.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember Beamer.
That's right.
I remember Federal Way High School. They were in South Puget Sound League.
The Sumner bounce pass, right?
Yes.
Home of the Sumner bounce pass. So tonight, again, Wednesday night, Lynnwood, I don't know, Ron, did you guys already talk about this? What happened this Wednesday against Lynnwood and Edmonds Woodway?
No, we saved that for you. You got all the inside info, so take it away.
No, not inside. So, again, tough week again for all these teams. The top teams, Lynnwood, Edmonds Woodway, and Glacier Peak. That's what makes this so pivotal. Now, for Glacier Peak, this would be a huge upset against Lynnwood, but they beat Edmonds Woodway on Wednesday night 78-53.
Lynnwood did.
Lynnwood beat Edmonds Woodway 78-53 at Edmonds Woodway. It wasn't even really that close. They started off the game hitting 3 3-pointers, and I think the lead kind of gotten within 10 at some point, but it wasn't close.
Yeah, I think I heard that Edmonds Woodway kind of stayed with them till halftime, and then they just kind of faded away in the second half.
And the keys for Lynnwood, for those of you not familiar with them, of course, Michaela Pevic, boy, oh boy, the junior, and then also that's number 10, number 4, Jordan Edwards, Everett's younger daughter, the other junior. Pevic averaging 21.4 a game, 10 rebounds a game. She had 33 points is her season high, and then you got Jordan Edwards, who averages 10, but she shoots 3. She has 71 3-pointers coming in to tonight's game.
Yeah.
71 attempts.
71 attempts, and he made probably less than half of them, I'm sure, but
still, I mean, you're gonna throw the rock up like that.
The defense that Lynnwood puts on you, again, they average 31 rebounds. We were talking about that pregame. How do you the glass? How are you going to keep them off the glass, John McClain?
You got to block out. I mean, especially their offensive rebounds are what are killing other teams, right? I mean, they're getting like, what do you say, 15 to 18?
They're getting they're averaging 14.7 offensive rebounds a game.
I mean, that's crazy. So you really have to block out. The way you block out effectively is not from a 2-3 zone. It's from man to man. So you're matched up. And then that brings with it itself a whole nother bunch of problems, but it allows you to block out and give them only one shot.
As you see, there's a nice crowd here on our side of the stadium here at Glacier Peak High School, the Bear Cave, band up on the extended rafters over there, and it's student section. It's okay. It's not what I'd like to see for this type of level of game. Number 1 and number 5 in the state. I gotta say I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, the people that are here are gonna have a treat. But the people that are missing it are going to miss out unless they're watching STSPN.com.
They got to be watching us. They can't miss this game.
That's right.
Biggest crowd of the season, I think, here tonight. Both the teams being represented fully. I mean, we're packed up on this side of the.
Yeah, it's almost standing room.
We are. It's hard to get down. Jordan Edwards, just to finish that thought, 71 3-pointers. She averages 31%. Outside the old arc, so that's pretty good.
You're going to have to get somebody in her shorts. It's got to be somebody quick that can stay with her. Then to stop Pivic, the best thing to do would be to let her get rid of the ball and then never let her get it back, right? Just glom onto her like a little Klingon and never let her receive the ball
Yeah,
back.
exactly. That's what they used to say, right?
Almost like a box and one or something.
Hang on to her shorts.
That's right. I want to know what she had for dinner, lunch, everything else like that.
Yep.
These are pretty smart girls, too. And on the roster, they got these little double asterisks next to 3 of the girls out there, and that means they're 4.0 GPA students. So you got Michaela Pivic is a 4.0, Kelsey Rogers is a 4.0, and Taylor Fahey is a 4.0. And that's saying something for these kids to maintain that average and still be playing this game and all the practicing they do.
Yeah, and then the single asterisk is 3.3 or higher. So.
Yeah, and then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them with 3.3 or higher. So there's some pretty intelligent ladies out there playing basketball here tonight for the Lynnwood Royals.
Well, it all comes down to the next couple of days or a few days here. Friday night against this game, and then at Lynnwood, they have Shorecrest next Monday night, but the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, it doesn't get any easier. Monday night for the last game of the regular season, they have to go to Edmonds Woodway and try and get a win. They're only 2 losses, and their 8-2 record for the league, 16-2 overall, is to Lynnwood and Edmonds Woodway, and we saw that game against Edmonds Woodway. That was a heck of a game.
Yeah, that's going to be tough going there and trying to win.
Yeah.
You'd like to be playing them in your house at the last part of the season, but those are the cards you've been dealt.
Well, let's talk about it again. I tried to bait Brian Hill, the head coach for Glacier Peak, to tell me what he's going to do, but we were talking before in watching Lynnwood and Edmonds Woodway, 2 teams that like to run, they like to shoot from the 3. For me, John McClain, I slow this baby down to a crawl.
Yeah, you'd have it in grandma gear, right? You'd be using as much time as you possibly can, and then you'd want to be forcing it inside. Let Watkins beat on that girl for a little while, right? Let her take Rogers and just pummel her with some shoulder, take some time off the clock and see if you can get some easy inside buckets and not turn the ball over.
That is the big key. Now, Lynnwood averages 16 steals a game coming into tonight, and their pressure D, full court, half court, 3/4, that is what they want you to do. It's turn the ball over and then they run.
Yeah, so Natalie, Sammy, Paisley, they got to take care of the rock, not get flustered, and not get into a running game, right? Paige, she's going to get real competitive real fast.
Paisley's only got 1 gear, and
as soon as she gets competitive, those feet are going to start running, right?
Yep.
She's going to start moving. So they got to stay calm, move the ball. You can pass faster and you can run. I defy you to outrun a pass.
I agree, and it's tough not to get frazzled, though, against this Lynnwood defense, especially when they pressure you. And you were at the last time these guys played on January 14th. Again, Glacier Peak hung with, I think, 3 at halftime.
Oh, yeah, they were right in there. In fact, the game was only, 4 points, wasn't it?
Yeah, 58-33. Lynnwood won a big run in the second half. Yeah, the Lynnwood, Glacier Peak at Lynnwood, you were there, right?
Yeah, they were there all the way through the first half, for sure. And then they just couldn't hit the basket on the second half.
Tonight they're going to have to put together 2 good halves.
Well, for Glacier Peak, after that Edmonds Woodway loss last time, I think we were together, actually. They've won 4 in a row here coming in tonight. They're kind of playing hot ball, and they are going to have the performance of the year so far from Johnson, Paisley Johnson, Sam Patkins. Sadie Mensing, again, she has had nights during the season where she's hit 18 to 20 points.
Yep.
Do you think she's going to have a big night tonight, the senior Sadie Mensing?
Everybody's going to have a good night tonight. Right? They're going to have to spread it around. And that's one thing they can do, They got a lot of tools at their disposal, so they can score at you from a lot of different angles.
Sadie's averaging 12.6 per game, and she needs to get all of those tonight.
Well, Western Conference basketball brought to you this year by Shoreline Community College, shoreline.edu. We'll be back with the tip-offs and much more right here on STSPN.
Shoreline Community College and Puget Sound Auto Dealers Association have been recognized internationally for its pioneering in finding a new way to deliver technical training for automotive repair.
Back here at the Bear Cave, Scott Oshman, Ron McClain, Ron Henthorne, and John McClain. I always do that.
Become one person.
I always do that. Ron McClain, John Henthorne. I always mix them up.
That's all right. We're related.
You are related. As the teams get ready to go, the other big thing which we always talk about in games like this, they keep it tight, free throw shooting.
Oh, yes. The infamous free throw.
That's Johnny's pet peeve. Don't miss the free throw.
You need to hit them, and you need to hit them early, right?
Yeah.
Well, in Lynnwood, there's definitely keys. Again, we want to appreciate and thank Lynnwood for putting all their stats on Max Preps and Seattle Times, but they shoot 72% as a team from the stripe, does Lynnwood, John.
That's good. That's a good average for the season.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not quite McClain level.
No, but that's hard to get to that kind of level.
It really is.
But, I mean, between 70 and 80% would be nice for a team free throw average, yeah.
Hey, did you say that you wanted me to do a replay tonight?
I did.
All right, we'll do that.
Excellent. Nowhere else in the streaming sphere you can see instant replay like you can here at STSPN.
We've got the call-in working, too.
You got the number up?
Yeah, see, listen. Oh,
There's
yeah.
the dial
Talk
tone.
to me, baby.
There she is.
So if you feel so inclined, you can call in and talk to us.
You'll be on the air live.
I'll put the number up right now.
And Todd always standing close to the dump button. Something's causing feedback here. So we got starting lineups. This is the other pivotal. We're at the time of the season in February here, where they have the last season regular season game Monday, but then they head into the playoffs, and that's what the key is here. You have Lynnwood, Edmonds Woodway, and Glacier Peak. Who's going to have to play Lynnwood early in the district tournament?
Well, the way it's set up, Lynnwood's going to play the lowest seed going in, so you pretty much figure they're going to get by the first round. And in fact, it kind of works that way. One plays 6, 2 plays 4, and so on. So,
and that starts again next
Friday,
week.
Next Friday night, yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, so the games will all be at the higher seed, so very likely GP will be at a higher seed in their game. And that game will probably be, if they're the number 3 seed, for instance, that game will be at 7 p.m. here next Friday night. So,
getting down to the road to Tacoma. Last year, Lynnwood, boy, they made a heck of a run. Unfortunately, they ended 3rd place. They lost to Gonzaga Prep, who went on to win the state title, and they took 3rd by beating Moses Lake. And Everett Edwards wants to return to Tacoma and get another shot, and Glacier Peak thinks they're good enough to get to Tacoma as well.
They should be. They are good enough to get to Tacoma.
and actually, Lynnwood was 4A last year, so this is their first year in the 3A side of things, and they're hoping to sweep their way on in. But as you know, 3A is pretty tough in a lot of areas.
It's big time tough. You see those 2 starters, that's Watkins and then Kelsey Rogers, 2 sophomores going against each other. John, that's going to be a matchup on the rebound side.
Absolutely. And you asked me the question. Now I lost my train of thought. I had something else I wanted to talk about. But.
Kiana Garner, 23, one of the seniors, in a little fender bender this morning. Everything's okay, though.
Good. Just a pause now for the national anthem.
We'll be back right after this.
Kingma, NBA 3 ball. He just absolutely drains that one.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
been battling for many years. Both coaches in their 8th season. Glacier Peak, Lynnwood, #1 in the state. Glacier Peak, #5. They've been in the top 10 all season long. And we'll see what happens here on the home court for the Grizzlies. If they can make an upset happen, John McClain.
Yeah, so what I was going to say earlier, you were talking 3A versus 4A. It's basketball. There are a lot of 3A teams that are better than 4A teams. You even have years when the 3A champion would easily clean house on the 4A. So Lynnwood dropping down from 4A to 3A doesn't give them a complete cakewalk to the championship.
I just thought of another good reason why they don't want to run with these kids. GP's only got 7 kids out there that are running tonight, and they don't got, that's basically their team is 7 players. So let's see how long they can hold it up.
They're in great shape, but depth.
Hill could reach a little further into the bench, but he probably won't.
So Michaela Pevic, the vaunted junior, again, she's got all kinds. Exactly, and there's Edwards right there, right at it, and that's off Pivic.
Oh, you can see how fast they are, though.
Again, Pivic has huge hops, great athleticism as they get it in. They start with the full court press. Paisley gets it up. Now they got to get it across the timeline. Very smart play to Sam Fatkin. #5, Glacier Peak in the home whites. Lynnwood in the black and gold. 13 on the shot clock. Inside to Watkins, can't get it to roll, is deflected.
Pivic with the board and run in the court. She's going to go all the way.
And look at Pivic, coast to coast.
Splits the defenders.
John knew she was going all the way.
But right back again, and a block by Rogers on Watkins, and they want to run. This is exactly what Lynnwood wants to do.
Watkin taking too much time with the ball there. She needs to get that ball and put it up, not dribble it. Just immediately shoot, because they're going to close on you fast.
Just getting started here, 2-0 Lynnwood. Again, if I'm Glacier Peak, I don't want any part of this. No. Because you are literally just right into what they want you to do.
Absolutely. You probably, after a made basket, you probably want to defend quickly the outlets just to slow them down on the return. Then you want to transition back as fast as you can.
Point guard with the ball, Riley Walsh, the sophomore. Scary thing, a nice cut.
Ball picked up there by Watkins.
And again, turnovers are going to be absolutely critical.
Back-to-back turnovers, one each way.
Errant pass for the Royals coming down. Glacier Peak, great opportunity though. I almost get in the front court and I slow it down.
Yeah, almost. In that instance though, I would like to have seen Fatkin grab that ball and go to the hole. But
that's right.
Kind of an errant pass from Watkins there.
Jordan Edwards for now Pivic. You see the quick move, this drop step. Edwards inside. That's Rogers, can't get it, and Watkins the rebound.
No press on that possession.
Still with the fadeaway, that was a decent looking fadeaway shot.
Defensively, and there's Kayla right there. Swish, nothing but net.
Watkins, an excellent free throw shooter.
That was a free throw.
There's a turnover again, good for Glacier Peak. Watkins coming off a season high 16 versus Mount Lake Terrace in the big win, 68-22 on Wednesday.
And it's 2-all.
Fatkin up top, finds Paisley down. She steps in and she rolls it in the cup.
GP with an early lead.
Paisley was wide open down there. She was not covered. I don't think Everett Edwards was happy about that.
Finding the holes in the zone.
That's right, pick it apart.
Edwards with the ball on top on Paisley. Paisley wisely giving her some space. Rogers out top. She drives in, tries to scoop it underneath, but she's going to draw the foul on Watkins.
Or maybe Page.
We'll see. It is on Kayla Watkins, our first foul of the night.
Move those feet, Kayla.
Rogers from the free throw line. She gets that to go.
Yeah, you want to hit those free throws early because you'll need them later in the game. And be wanting them back.
See if she can tie it. She cannot, but Edwards slips in for a rebound in the first shot by Faye, and that is good, and it's a 3.
Oh, and it's picked.
Is that a 3?
Oh, is that Danny Hayes? That was 33. That was a 3.
And
Pivot gets another 2, and all of a sudden the turnover off the press, 8-4.
You see that? Working the press. They did the sideline pass, out of bounds to out of bounds.
Wow.
Paisley drives it, and what was the call there? I missed that, John.
Was it a block shot?
No,
it was traveling.
I think it was traveling on Paisley, PJ.
But the last inbounds from GP, right? The pass baseline to baseline, still out of bounds.
Yep.
Right?
On a made basket. And Edwards tries to drive in and see if she'll get the call, but she's down and she's hurt. And her dad is going to come over
and see what's what.
I think she hit her knee on the floor, but I'm not sure. But be a official timeout here, I believe.
Well, Royals take a quick 8-4 lead, 5:02 in the first. We'll let them take care of Edwards. We'll be back right after this.
That's all.
Drain or other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Unclogging most internal drains for just $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
As Jordan Edwards get back up, talks with her dad, her head coach and dad, says, "You're fine, you're fine."
Yeah, told her to get up, and she did.
Well, she's walking fine, so if she hurt her knee, it just was a bruise or a bang, I think. So she'll be back in there, I'm pretty sure.
To shoot free? No, was that a shooting foul? No.
It was a foul on Paisley, though. Paisley Johnson with her first foul.
Second on Glacier Peak. Early impressions here, McLean.
Early impressions, Edmonds Woodway really fast.
Lynnwood
needs to, Lynnwood, yeah. Needs to
and
be
there's
up though and not turn the ball over.
Like that.
Johnson 2-on-2, takes it herself with a nice right-hand runner right off the glass.
2-point ball game.
PJ with 4 points and 8-6 Royals.
You know, if I was Hill, after a made basket, I'd leave one guard down just to mess with their transition game, right?
Just take some time.
Yeah.
Number 3, Monty Cooper. There's a turnaround by Rogers. Very pretty move. Fade away.
Little kiss off the glass there.
3 points for the sophomore Kelsey Rogers, averaging 10 plus a game. And now the press. Sadie Mensing in there. Sam Fatkin, Kayla Watkins. And Kiana Garner, number 23, 2 seniors.
Cross court.
13 left. Kiana drives down. She tries to get to it. Mensing, wide open. Watkins can't get the bounce.
Paisley.
Mensing underneath.
Brings it out.
Ball dropped all the way down to her waist before she caught that.
Gets a little restart.
Obviously, they all need to play well for Glacier Peak tonight to get a win, but Sadie Mensing is. Watkins goes strong to the rack.
That was an excellent play. Nice, strong move by Kayla.
Very good.
The left.
Yeah, going lefty.
10-8. Royals still with a 2-point lead. 3:35 in the first quarter. Pivot now on Mensing. Back door cut. Here is a long shot, and it's good by Monty Cooper, the senior.
Big three.
You can't back off your player and help out if they're going to do that to you.
And that's
back outside.
Wednesday night. They have to keep defending even though off ball. Fatkins for 3!
Turnabout is fair play. Auntie Rhonda really happy about that one.
Yeah, Auntie Rhonda.
Yeah, she's sitting right in front of us here tonight.
No need to call in tonight. She is right here. Danny Hayes, the other senior, 33 with the ball on Fatkin. 14 on the shot clock. Over to Cooper in the corner. Drives. Kiana pushes off, then comes back. Paisley.
Yeah, we're going to get Paisley with a push foul on that.
Push on Pivot.
You guys aren't going to call that over the back?
I've been trained well. And it's late in the season. Early in the season, yes, I would have. But I've had a talking to.
It was more like a clipping foul is what that was.
Natalie Rasmussen in the game for Paisley Johnson right now. Give Paisley a short rest.
2 fouls on PJ. You do not want to get in foul trouble. They need Paisley, especially if she's shooting well.
Yeah, they're going to need her in the 4th.
Cooper. Got to put a hand in the grill. Cooper, 5 quick earlies.
Cooper totally dialed in.
The other senior, Rasmussen, as he said, now 13 in the ball game. The junior with the ball for Glacier Peak. 15-11, 2:30 left in the first quarter.
GP doing a good job with the press.
Oh.
Can't do that, though.
Turnover in the middle. Here comes Cooper.
Oh,
it looks like she traveled, and she did. She's going to get it rung up.
They should ring her up.
Sheriff all over that one.
Two minutes, 20 this first quarter. Sadie Mensing with the ball, finds Rasmussen. Full court press here, Jordan Edwards. Number 4 on her. Again, they average 16 steals a game. They're doing a nice job breaking the press for the most part so far. Mensing, nice rotation.
They're getting good looks at the bucket off that. They just got to knock them down. It's not the easiest shot in the world from the side.
Edwards for 3. You cannot let her have a easy shot. And Watkins with a nice, big, strong rebound draws the foul on Cooper. Their team's first foul tonight. Glacier Peak with 3 teams' first fouls. Senior Kiana Garner takes a seat for Glacier Peak.
Charlie Sevenin sees her first minutes here. Minute 52 left to go in this first period.
Hivick taking a seat too.
Back in Kelsey Rogers, 14. Full court press here with a minute 52. Out to Fatkins. 1 on 3. Now they're going to trap. Dribbles out of it.
Sammy needs to pass that ball.
And they're going to have a call on offensive with leading with the elbow, and Brian Hill doesn't like that. And
neither do the GP fans and parents here tonight.
Well, it was going to be either something like that or a carry.
Well, she got fouled early on before that, but she was trying to push her way out of there, so he called it. Brian Hill's having a conversation down there with the referee.
First foul on Sammy. 4th team foul on the Grizzlies.
4-1 in the foul department. Lynnwood leading that battle.
Rogers, an errant pass out of bounds. It'll be GP basketball. So turnovers equaling out so far in the early going.
I've got 5 for Lynnwood, only 2 for GP.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Even better.
GP winning the battle. They just got to get the points battle
K-Dub,
under control.
Kayla Watkins coming out. Paisley Johnson back, and now they have to go. They finally get it in. Paisley Johnson with the ball.
She got fouled again.
Extend the defense. They play.
Easy with that.
And Fatkins.
That's a turnover for GP.
And Fatkins again, but defensively, that's what makes them so strong. They're denying the ball, and they're also they're fronting the interior pass. Hard to get that ball in there.
Yeah, there's somebody open. Glacier Peak just needs to find that person. A lot of those are double teams, right?
Well, double team down the corner, that's like 4-on-1, right?
You want to stay in the middle of the court. 4-point lead for the Royals, 1:08 left in the first quarter. Glad you're with us. And a wide open. Boston is 22. Caprice Boston. And somebody forgot to cover her as they rotated the ball.
Chuck in the ball game for GP.
Yeah, 7 ants. They finally break the timeline in the front court. PJ over to Fatkins. Fatkins for 3, thinks it got tipped. Sadie tries to get it. She does. She goes up. She's fouling. Count it. The senior Mensing.
She's going to go to the line. Chance for a 3-point play.
Sadie with some big offensive rebounds so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, Sadie playing tough down low. 13-17 now. Has a chance to cut their lead to 3.
And Kayla back in. Charlie Sevenance takes the seat, does her job. 33.6 seconds left in the first quarter. Western Conference Girls Basketball presented by Shoreline Community College here on STSPN. Sadie Mensing, the senior, heading to Central next year. And she can't, bounces off.
That'll be a lane violation against 1-4.
Yeah, they let you leave early, but not that early.
Every phase of the game critical to knock off the #1 team. Free throw shooting, one of those phases.
Paramount.
That one just not a mustard. Can she get her own rebound? She does. 30 seconds on the shot clock, or on the game clock.
Shoot it. Oh.
Mensing. Fatkins set shot for 3. Too much. Rasmussen back. Watkins, 16 on the shot, on the game clock. Watkins from the elbow.
Too long.
Pivic finds Rogers too much.
A little too much.
And GP will get a chance with 5.1 seconds.
Another turnover for Lynnwood, just like that on a fast break.
Yeah, you need to capitalize on them while you're getting them, because later on you're probably not.
2 seconds, 1 point. Big shot long off the board.
13-17, 4-point ball game at the end of the first.
Royals on top. Second quarter action coming up on STSPN.com. Don't go away.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
You don't have any replay? We're back here just about to start the second quarter. Scott Oshman, John McLean, Ron Henthorn, Shoreline Community College presentation of Western Conference girls varsity basketball. See that last shot.
It'll be Glacier Peak basketball to begin the second quarter.
Down the other way, but it's Glacier Peak basketball. Go back to live action. Lead is 4 for the Royals. Sorry, Ron.
Lynnwood's still in that full zone defense, double teaming every chance they get out there, making GP make those long cross-court passes, which are really, really dangerous, I think.
And you see the 6'1" sophomore Kelsey Rogers getting in the way of that pass. 15 on the shot clock. Deep three ball, Rasmussen, too much. Rogers with the rebound. Edwards wants to push.
Glacier Peak man-to-man, just like we thought.
Baseline screens. Edwards staying up top. That's wide open. Walsh into Pivic, blocked by Watkins, and she just bats it out.
You need to grab that.
Yeah.
Shot clock now at 4, though. It never hit the rim. Here comes Walsh, running right-hander, way off the top of the boards.
No.
And it's possession. Lynnwood, Mensing, and Pivic ties it up.
That ball should have been GP's. You gotta.
Yeah. That
at the buzzer.
It didn't hit the rim before it.
No, she should have got that rebound and not let her get taken into a jump ball, is what he's saying.
Well, she shot it right at the shot clock buzzer, this one, and she goes back behind. Now, it was behind in the front court. Rogers turnaround jumper, no good. Pivic, what a rebound.
Did you see that rebound? She was like
to left. Now,
horizontal.
Fatkins.
She was horizontal on that rebound.
That was pretty athletic, but then she didn't knock the shot down.
They look to double Fatkins. Fatkins working on Edwards. Paisley, cross court to Rasmussen. 6:43 in the second quarter. Lynnwood up by 4. Tough pass, but Sadie's there to get it. Watkins now, she's going to take it right at Rogers. Go underneath, blocked by Rogers. Mensing gets the rebound. Again, cannot get a pass off, and Watkins!
Kayla with people hanging on her puts that ball in. No foul called.
Yeah.
She was in just a group there.
Kayla Watkins. Great matchup underneath between Rogers and Watkins.
2-point ball game.
There's a 3 ball by Danny Hayes.
Paisley fouled on that by number 2, Riley Walsh.
I think you're right, Johnny. You know, they're letting a lot of contact go here late in the season compared to earlier in the season where they were not letting you touch anybody at all.
Yeah.
And so it's getting really physical right out there.
Monty Cooper back in. They're going to give Rogers a rest. Monty Cooper, again, one of the seniors, number 3. They get into Mensing. And Rasmussen will try it. They're going to keep on her. Taking their time. Now they get it across. Nice pass to Fatkins in the front court.
Sammy didn't see Kayla open underneath, but
again, in that zone, anytime they get in the wings or on the corner of the court, tough pass. Watkins to Paisley, can't get it. Rasmussen for three, got it!
Nice.
first lead for GP here since early going.
Pivik misses the layup and then gets her own rebound, misses the second shot. She's just not all dialed in yet tonight.
Pivik, an absolute beast. Lynnwood as a team shooting 42% from the floor coming into tonight. And Pivik, very good free throw shooter.
Brings the lead back up to 2, or no, ties it back up.
Yep.
78% from the line for Michaela Pivik.
GP keeping this score low.
Pivik drops the second one.
Lynnwood really hasn't been able to get off and run against this GP defense.
Not too much. It's been good for Glacier Peak. Now, Fatkins, tough fadeaway shot. Rebound, good hustle by Mensing, and they're going to say it's off Mensing. It'll be Lynnwood ball.
Yeah, Lynnwood's 2-3 defense, if you watch, the two guards up top will shoot way over, and then the offside low person on the 2-3 comes way up. They got really good rotation.
And they'll trap. Here's Cooper driving.
They almost turn it into a 3-2 at times.
They do, yeah, inside out. Boston misses that. Another rebound again by Pivik. She averages 10 rebounds a game. Her with 8 points, had 25 Wednesday night against Edmonds Woodway. Mensing doing a good job taking their time. Now Paisley loses it. Now she's on the ground. And that's going to be a travel as she hits the bottom.
Looks like she traveled before she did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traveled twice.
Walsh, and again, huge rotation you notice by Lynnwood. They are just flying through players in and out.
Yeah, keeping them fresh.
Cooper from 3. Can't get it. Good box out, but there's great rebound again.
And when you got a deep bench, you can do that, right?
Caprice Boston found
Cooper. Was that
Cooper inside, and Cooper all of a sudden was 7 points, the senior.
Cooper with 7, Pivik with 8, so they're spreading it around there a little bit.
I mean, you like to talk about Lynnwood starting 5, but when you can rotate the rest of your team through like that, you know, you got a deep bench. You got a lot of good players.
Yeah, like I said earlier, GP's only got 7 players. They're only rotating 2 girls in there, and they won't even have another player until the second half to even try to put in there, because both the other 2 players on the bench were playing JV ball earlier for half the game. So
yeah, so GP may run out of gas late in the second half, whereas Lynnwood's going to have fuel to burn.
We'll see how this goes. Lynnwood averaging 65.8 points per game coming into tonight. Again, in their only loss of the season, Todd Beamer was 55-43. So if you're going to even come close, you're going to have to keep it a low-scoring game.
Got to keep them under 60. I'd like to keep them under 50 if possible.
And that full court press again. Okay, pretty good job. I don't know what you have right now on the turnovers, Ronnie.
I got 5 for GP and 6 for Lynnwood, so GP's letting them back in here a little bit with turnovers.
Natalie gets in trouble in the corner. 14 left on the shot clock. 4:25 left in this first half. Cross court to Fatkins.
Really trying to get it into Watkins, and they just can't find the loop over the top.
Post.
That's tipped as well. And they get it off. Shot clock still going, but a turnover, Kiana Gardner. And now they're going to have...
It should be GP ball, because that ball hit the rim. And the shot clock shouldn't have gone off. That's my official take on that play.
Well, they're going to... Shot clock, you can see them coming down the full court on the replay, instant replay. Rasmussen down here.
They hit the rim or not?
We're just about to get to that point.
Must not have been before the buzzer went off.
Again, they extend and they cut off those passing lanes so well on that 2-3. And we'll get back to real basketball or live. There's a turnover, Rasmussen. Now she goes way deep to Garner, and Garner tries her best, but not going to get there. Here comes Pivik.
Garner doesn't have the wheels. We got a timeout.
Coach Everett Edwards didn't like something he saw out there. He's going to take a 30-second timeout here.
We'll step away as Pivic was running down the court. Don't go anywhere. Western Conference basketball on STS.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
Cutting up to the high post.
All right, John, what you were just talking right at that commercial break, what's your strategy to attack the 2-3 for GP?
The key to breaking the 2-3 is the high post, the free throw line, the corners up top, right? So they should have Kayla down low, Sadie down low, but then as the ball moves around the outside, they need to flash Sadie up high, get it to the high post. She's either got a shot, a drive, or a pass at somebody cutting, right? Everybody then has to collapse on her.
Make them have a choice. Make a choice, I should say. Fouls on Garner as Cooper, little crossover and drove to the hoop.
18-23, Lynnwood on top. 3:37 left in the half.
6 team fouls right now on Glacier Peak with 3:37, as John just said, in the half. As Boston checks out.
Only 3 team fouls on Lynnwood.
And
For a
Cooper,
team that presses so much, it's surprising they have so few fouls.
It is, and Cooper hits that.
I mean, they don't even attempt to do anything else other than on a made basket, put on the full court press.
I like it. I mean, again,
there she is, Sadie.
There is Sadie at the top. She breaks the double and crawls it in off the window.
They're listening to you, John, baby.
Yeah, Hill must be tuned in to STSPN.com.
He's got it on his phone in the earpiece right here. Bad pass out. Here comes Fatkins. 3-on-2 maybe. Now underneath the Sadie. Fakes it up. Tries to draw the foul, and there is finally a foul.
Well, that was a late call, but boy, she sure got whacked.
That was a little poor choice on Sadie's part there. She could have faked that and gone underneath her, but still comes away with the foul.
Replay just caught the end of that. First foul for Pivic. 4th team foul.
Sends Mensing to the charity stripe. Watkins going to check back in.
Oh,
Sadie having a tough one from the line tonight. Again, 5-point lead, 3:07 left in this first half as Paisley Johnson takes a seat. Number 1 versus number 5.
Line it up.
Doing an okay job on rebounds. Sadie struggling from the line tonight. Don't know what's going on there.
Wasn't even
that'll
close.
change in the second half for her.
It ought to.
They're working their tails off on defense as Edwards comes in.
Those legs can go on you.
No points for Edwards, Jordan Edwards, so far in this first half. Cooper trying to take it. Oh, big
by Key.
Steal Garner, and it's tipped out by Pivic, and it should be Glacier Peak ball right in front of our vantage point.
He made a mistake and headed for the sideline on that. You got to stay away from that sideline. It's like having another defender.
Now Brian Hill telling Howe what he wants. Again, constant man-to-man pressure. Gets it to Rasmussen in. Glacier Peak hanging again. Their contest on January 14th, they held within 3 at halftime. Fatkin over on the far, now back out Rasmussen. Tries to get inbound, nice pass, double team. Watkins goes up once, twice.
He got fouled the first time, they didn't call it.
22-25.
They're letting it go down there.
8 points for Kayla Watkins, part of the Super Softs. Jordan Edwards, and they're Pivic and Mensing tied up. And who are they going to call the foul on Sadie?
On Pivic.
No, 1-1.
Smiling, tough assignment on Michaela Pivic.
Well, and the hardest part about that assignment is Pivic is so active, right? I mean, she doesn't stop running. Even when she's standing in one place, it's still like she's jogging in place.
Well, 7 team fouls, so Pivic will go to the line here for the Royals.
1-1. Cooper to the bench, and they'll bring back in Rogers. Pivic, money, hits the first.
I got it for 9. How about you?
9 points for Kayla Pivick. Again, season high, 33 points. She had 25 the other night. She shoots 51% from the floor, and she's a 70% shooter or more from the charity stripe. So 27-22 now, 2-minute mark here in the first half. Paisley Johnson, 16 on the shot clock, way extended. Rasmussen drives, now tries to pull it up, and she draws the foul.
Foul on 33, Danny Hayes.
You think? That may be 14.
Nice job again, Rasmussen. They don't switch. She comes flying in and draws the foul on the replay.
Don't question me, Ron.
I don't question you, John. She got fouled by both of them, man.
Rasmussen, she is a good free throw shooter. And she hits that one.
She better be, otherwise her and her dad are going to have words.
That's right. 1:54 left in the first half. Rasmussen can't get the second to go. Rebound, Pivick.
You jinxed her, Johnny.
Pivick doing a really good job of blocking out on that.
Behind the back, 1-on-3. Pivick likes the odds. Now she gets back out to Jordan Edwards. Edwards scoreless so far in this game.
Sammy Fatkin shutting her down.
She had 16 Wednesday night against Edmonds Woodway. Here's Pivick. She goes left, right, pops it back out. Danny can't get it. Rogers with the rebound, but she steps on the line.
If you watch Pivick, though, too, she's varying her speed a lot. She stops, she goes. She stops, she goes, right?
Under control.
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time.
1:26 left in the first half here from Glacier Peak High School. Scott Oshman, Ron Henthorne, John McClain. All the deflections and the picks and the steals. Edwards gets a hand on that, and it's going to get lucky there for GP. It stays Glacier Peak basketball.
Ball ricocheted off of Danny Hayes there and out of bounds. So
GP got to do a better job of protecting the rock.
Boston back in the game for Lynnwood Royals, and PJ Johnson comes out and Kiana Garner in. She'll take the ball out of bounds with 16 on the shot clock. And there's again the athleticism of Edwards. Over to Boston. Crosses courts in the middle, goes up and finish. Caprice.
Yeah, that was a tough shot too.
4 points tonight for Boston.
You can tell GP has been working on breaking this full court press.
They can break it. They need to. There it goes.
Garner takes Rogers, double team, now gets back out. Mensing gets the handle back to Gardner. Three. Boom! Chugga-lugga!
26-29, three-point ball game, 38 seconds.
First points tonight for Kiana Garner.
Those three balls make a big difference in how this game turns out. Who's going to be the winner with three balls tonight?
And Everett Edwards, he wants a quick substitution. He's not going to get it. Rogers from deep off the front end. Mensing.
Oh, it turned over. Oh,
and that's a charge on Jordan Edwards having a rough night tonight.
Yeah, that had charge written all over it there.
She just turned right into her. 30.2 seconds to go in this first half of the ball game here, guys.
First foul on Jordan Edwards, 5 team fouls. And Brian Hill instructing his team 1 shot. So 30.2 on the scoreboard clock, 30 seconds for the shot clock.
It's convenient that they synced those up for us.
It is nice. I tell you, a lot of substitution as they break the press. Sammy coming down across in the front court.
Not in a hurry either.
Nope.
Nice screen for Mensing for get Fatkins free. Over to Rasmussen, 19 seconds.
GP got to be patient here.
They're going to look for the three from Natalie or Sam.
Position though, open, wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Nobody flashing, and a long three! Kayla Watkins!
Can you believe that? Holy crap.
2 seconds.
And a shot at the buzzer, not gonna go. 29-29, I need more! Watkins! The Action Jackson halftime show coming back.
I don't believe it.
Continue.
Amazing.
Oh.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. unclogging most internal drains for just $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Halftime here, 29-29. The number 1 and number 5 teams going at it in the state of Washington. This is high-octane girls varsity basketball. Scott Osman, Ron Henthorne, John McClain. Boy, after 5 years, you think I'd get your names right.
You got it pretty much right. That's a heck of a ball game here tonight, Scott. We got this tied up right at the end of the game with a fantastic three-point shot, an unbelievable three-point shot by Kayla Watkins. What do you think about that, Johnny?
I like the way she tried to use extra clock by putting that ball extra high in the air. She was scaring pigeons off the rafters with that thing.
And Kayla Watkins, the sophomore, she's leading all Glacier Peak scorers at halftime with 11. None bigger. She's hitting them inside, outside, actually. She's working all around the court. Again, coming off her season high 16 on Wednesday against Mount Lake Terrace. Big keys to the game. They're holding Pivot. She's got 10 points right now. You know, she averages 21.3, but
she is like a flood just waiting to happen, right? The floodgates are going to open up, and Pivot's going to come unleashed sometime here in the second half, and we're going to get it all on tape.
Well, that'll depend on what the Glacier Peak Grizzlies do to her, because they're holding her, like you said, to 10 points in this first half, and I don't think she's going to do much better than that the second half.
I think one of the biggest stats out of the first half is the turnovers, Ron.
Big turnovers, yeah. We got Lynnwood with 8 turnovers in that first half, and Glacier Peak with only 6. In fact, I was out getting a pizza for the big tool man down there running the board, and one of the Lynnwood fans said that's the sloppiest game I've ever seen Lynnwood play this year. And the 8 turnovers shows that it was.
Yeah, so one of the most important stats is also one of the smallest numbers you're going to see right now. Jordan Edwards, 0 points.
Yep.
Auntie Rhonda can be happy. Sammy Fatkin has been been shutting Edwards down all night long.
Fatkins again, 3 points. She has a 3-ball, but again, her job tonight is being the absolute shorts. Jordan Edwards averaging 9+ a game. They have such balanced scoring with Cooper and Edwards and Pivick and even Rogers. Rogers right now only 3 points.
Right.
Yeah, Sammy's job is to be a pain in the behind, and she's doing an excellent job.
Does anybody know if what the stat is where Lynnwood was tied with the opposing team at the half, or is this like one of the first games of the season?
I don't have that at my disposal. Again, Todd Elvig, the 5-tool player, the executive producer, tied at 29-29, the start of the second half right here.
Our production staff doesn't give us access to that kind of...
If I had to guess, though, I'd say that was probably the Beamer game because that was close all the way through, the game that they actually lost.
Glacier Peak, a little zone.
Edwards tries to get her first of the night. Nice pick, rolls to the basket, but no good. Here comes Paisley Johnson. Again, no press out of that. Miss.
Almost turned it over.
Careful with the ball.
18 on the shot clock. Sam Fatkin, the sophomore, out there over to Mensing. Mensing almost loses it to Kiana Garner against senior night tonight.
And that's a foul.
Mensing.
Gets away with it.
Garner, 3-ball corner. Can't get it. Rebound to Walsh. Now she's doubled.
Running the ball.
Jordan Edwards. Right to Pivick. Pivick, she wants to get it going.
She just took that right into both of them.
You know, that looked like a foul, though, when she had her hooked going around there with her arm.
Garner trailing Mensing. Great third pass to Watkins.
Really nice heads-up dish. Great play by Sades.
Really?
Watkins with 13, tied up at 31.
Watkins having a good night so far tonight.
Rogers, little
nice
tip
pass.
ball, and Walsh.
That was a really nice play by Rogers.
Lucky tip out.
What happened on the defense?
That wasn't lucky. That was heads up.
Fatkins.
Right place at the right time, John.
Menson now drives the double team. She's going to get the foul, and Rogers and Edwards just look at each other.
A little bit of strategy playing here. They're going to the basket hard, like maybe they're going to try to get Lynnwood in foul trouble here in the second half.
First foul on Kelsey Rogers. Sadie Mensing at the line. She struggled in the first half from the stripe. We'll see if she can pick it up. That one just rolls off.
That's about 4 she's missed already, or 5.
2-point advantage here for the Royals. 6:29 the third quarter.
Okay, Sage, we're on you on this one. Put it in, babe.
Western Conference basketball presented by Shoreline Community College. Check them out, shoreline.edu, as Sadie puts that one down.
I willed it in for her.
Nice job.
Still, we got GP hustling back, but they never seem to be leaving anybody to try to disrupt this transition game of Lynnwood.
And Pivick now, jumper, can't get it. Rebound, though, is Walsh. Underneath, not enough, and here comes Watkins and GP.
They're running, she's open.
Gardner, extra pass, it's hammered by Edwards.
Another foul.
I'm not sure she needed that extra pass, but they're going to put her to the line.
Second quick foul on the junior Jordan Edwards.
Lynnwood's got to be careful here. They can get in foul trouble.
Stops the clock with 6:07 left to go in the third quarter. Sadie.
Come on, Sage.
Looks over to Coach Brian Hill. What am I doing?
It's not going in, Coach. What is up with that?
A little bit tight down there, maybe.
She's like, normally it goes in.
Want to remind everybody, if you're looking for any on-demand, go to STSPN.com. Over 1,000 videos there. And Sadie hits the second one just like she did before. 6 points for the senior.
Stay calm, stay loose at that line out there.
Walsh to bring it up for the Royals. Cooper, interior pass, good front. She missed it, but Cooper rebound. Now Walsh, front rim, can't get it. Now it's tipped around. Fatkins come up with it.
On a one-on-one.
Lays it in and finishes. Right around Danny Hayes.
GP up by 2.
She had Danny with height and speed on that one.
First lead, there you go. Watkins with a steal.
Glacier Peak winning the battle of the turnovers right now.
And P.J. Johnson tries to the whirl around there, goes in, hustles. It's going to be Lynnwood Royal basketball.
Paisley on the floor.
A commonplace for Paisley Johnson.
Forgot to end that sentence, Ron. It's Paisley on the floor again.
Yeah.
She just got a little too deep there, didn't have anywhere to go.
Ran out of baseline.
Kiana takes a seat. Glacier Peak up by 2 here. First quarter, it was Glacier Peak down 13-17 Lynnwood. Halftime score was 29-29. It's 35-33. Glacier Peak on top.
Gonna be a push off on Sammy Fatkin down there. He tried to loft that ball in there to Cooper.
Tag call there.
Yeah, she had her hand on her back.
Yep. She wasn't pushing.
Second team foul on Sam Fatkin's team's first here the second half. Rogers off the rebound. Sam tries to get up the rebound. She gets it, taps it to Johnson. PJ Johnson, 1-on-5 on Hayes. Loses control. Now she just gets rid of it, and Sadie Mensing again. That's PJ's just got to slow her down.
She had it slowed down. She thought she had a slot into the basket, and she got
fouled, is what she thought.
She did get fouled, but they're letting a lot of that stuff go, and you got to let that be part of the game tonight. So,
Caprice Boston in for Kelsey Rogers for the Lynnwood Royals. Boston, another sophomore. Jordan Edwards looking for her first bucket here. 4:43 left in the third quarter. She's scoreless. Here comes Pivic. Wraps around, goes up against Mensing. No, but rebound for Cooper. And Cooper for 3. No. Can't get it. Look at the boxing out underneath the hoop. They're diving for the ball. Pivic fakes up, now finds Cooper, but she's rejected by Fatkin.
Yeah, she's going to get called for the foul, too. That's 3 on Sammy, I think.
What is the 3 in the key rule?
3 seconds
3
in
seconds.
the blue paint.
The offense cannot be in the 3 in the paint for more than 3 seconds.
All right, because I'm counting seconds there with them in the.
Not heavily enforced.
Cooper gets it.
Referee has to notice it first. They got other things they need to watch at the same time.
Garner checks in, and Bob Blair, our Steady Eddie PA announcer, getting a workout tonight with substitutions.
They got a rotating wheel over there on that Lynnwood bench.
Cooper hits.
Lynnwood doing a really good job of keeping their players fresh.
Tied up at 35, our second tie of the game.
Or third.
Or third, I guess early on we had a tie, correct?
Yeah.
Paisley Johnson out to Rasmussen. 16 on the shot clock, 4:12 left to go in this third quarter.
Well, she's giving
Rasmussen. Looking like a little 1-3-1.
Look at she's giving Rasmussen on the left side all the way.
And Watkins hanging out. PJ gets it sideline, but
that's a carry and didn't get called.
Caprice saw it coming. Jordan can't get it off her toes.
Bad pass.
And another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers there for both Grizzlies and the Royals.
Packed house here on our side where the broadcast booth is, and nice little crowd over on the student section. Heart Awareness Month. Rasmussen, tough. Everything's they make you earn it. Sadie, too much.
Oh. Wow.
Pivic.
Running the court.
Boston the other way. Cooper thinks about it, drives, now gets it back out. Jordan can't quite handle it. Steps on the out of bounds. Another turnover by Lynnwood.
Yeah. That's 11 for the game for Lynnwood right now.
You got to give GP credit, though. They're causing a lot of that, doing a really good job of disrupting Lynnwood, which Lynnwood's not used to.
Lynnwood easing up on the press now in the second half. Sadie Mensing over with Rasmussen, 16 on the shot clock. 3:21 left in the third quarter, all tied up at 35.
Playing Kyla at high key out there.
Rasmussen for 3. Bingo!
GP up by 3. Who thought we'd be here right now?
Live by the 3 ball, die by the 3 ball.
Nat Ras saying, bring it, baby.
Yeah.
That's a step back 3.
Launch.
Glacier Peak trying to stay busy on defense. 12 on the shot clock for the Royals. Being tested for only the second time really this year.
Shot clock 4.
Rogers, fadeaway, nothing, even a net, a rim, nothing, and it's Glacier Peak basketball. They just look uncomfortable, John.
Yeah, right now, and really no full court press. Well, they're going to put it back on now.
Going to give Kayla a chance to rest with
Go back to what they know how to do.
Sammy Fatkin in the game. The fast team's in the game now.
Johnson gets it over to Fatkins. She likes to set up three. No, front rim, but she follows a shot. Resets the shot clock. Back out to Rasmussen.
She was looking for somebody to cut. Nobody was. Oh, Sage was wide open.
Good help, but Sadie finds it. Can't get it. Garner there for the rebound. Back up to Sadie. Pick up my garbage.
It looked like Kiana kind of fouled Pivic in that exchange, but I guess.
Like I said, they're letting that hard stuff go down there. There's a lot of contact underneath the basket on both ways. So
GP up by 5.
5-point lead with 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Inside to Rogers, spins, help defense, nobody there, but Danny Hayes picks it up underneath, and she'll draw the foul and go to the line on Kiana Garner.
Danny Hayes, they have her in at 5'4".
If she's over 5 foot, I'm a ghost.
Maybe in heels. Senior.
Second on Kiana Garner. Third team foul. And Hayes can't get that one.
Yeah, the way this game's going, all those free throws are going to be important.
Both ways. Kiana's missed a few, and she just missed one there. So
every free throw is precious.
Especially getting into the end part of the game like this, where they show up on the scoreboard quickly.
Hayes, a 75% free throw shooter. She nails the second one. 4 points for Danny Hayes. Paisley, one-on-one, takes Rogers. Can't get it.
Didn't get the foul either.
But she picks Pivic's pocket. Say that 3 times fast.
Well, once was enough.
1:38 in the third quarter. Jordan Edwards looking for her first bucket. 3 ball, is this it?
There it is.
There you go.
She was due. Oh, and it almost gets that pick. Runs into Paisley, no call.
Mensing trying to break it into the front court. They got 10 seconds to do it. Plenty of time, 22 seconds left. Paisley Johnson, now it's hung up by Jordan.
That ball, Pace.
Great defenders, Jordan Edwards. Lobs it underneath, but a rebound with Mensing.
Mensing got, that's a foul. She's going to call a jump on that. Possession arrow is going to go.
Glacier Peak.
It looked like Matt threw her an alley-oop, thinking she was going to go up and dunk that ball.
You can't even do that anymore, John.
No.
1 point
I could
advantage.
never do that. I could throw that pass.
Yeah.
1 minute, 3 seconds in the third. 1 point advantage here for Glacier Peak.
GP set play under the basket. This should be a basket, John.
Now a conference by the Sheriffs.
Should be if you execute the inbounds play that the coach has drawn up. It should be a bucket.
Not sure what's going on the court. And they look like a foul, but they didn't call a foul.
Called jump ball.
Garner right back to Rasmussen. She's tucked down underneath. Watkins, lefty.
Yeah, a little shake and bake by Kayla Watkins. Shake it and bake it.
Wasn't the way they drew it up.
Edwards now can't get the second 3. Follows the rebound, gets it, and that's going to be another foul by Sam Fatkins, her 4th.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't believe it, but she knows it happened.
Going hard.
This is where GP's going to have trouble, right? Because they don't have the depth that Lynnwood does. So if they get into foul trouble or conditioning problems, they're going to have issues.
Fatkins gets her 4th with 43 seconds left in the third quarter. And Pivic showing to work on Mensing. Goes underneath and going to draw the foul on Mensing. That looked like great defense to me.
Yeah, that was a ticky-tacker.
But we're way up here.
Well, there's another ref right in front of the play, and he didn't call it.
No, body all the way. Starting to tighten it up a little bit maybe here.
Yep.
That's one thing you should not do when you're repping. You shouldn't be changing the way you're repping. Should be consistent.
Yeah, call that one. There's a foul on Pace.
Skying rebound by Pivic on that last sequence there. Can't get the putback. Rasmussen working hard on Danny Hayes, and now they are calling it tight.
Yeah.
Tighter, yeah.
Hayes got her hands on her, so.
So 42-39, 22-7 left in the third. GP on top for the time being.
Back to live, 22 seconds, as Johnny said. P.J. Johnson. Mensing, look at how quick Edwards is out on top. Covers a lot of ground. Nice ball fake. There you go.
That's the way you get her going, right? She's going to go for that stuff.
Garner, 10 seconds. Natalie, inbound, tries to get it to Watkins. Backs in, back out to Rasmussen with 4 seconds. Can't get it. Rebound, Cooper. They're not going to get it off. Again, 42-39 at the end of 3. Glacier Peak on top. And the number 1 team in the state on the ropes heading into the 4th. Don't go away. More Western Conference basketball presented by Shoreline Community College on STSPN.
See the swinging foul thrown out?
Hold on. All right, Ron Henthorne, Scott Oshman, John McClain. What were you saying, Ron, about the turnovers?
I think the turnovers are probably making a big difference in the way this game is turning out here, because that score is going to reflect turnovers and missed free throws.
Yes.
Pivot deflected there by Watkins. Here comes Gardner, and Cooper behind, picks her pocket. She gets it inbounds. Mensing now.
I don't know if we're going to call that a turnover or not.
That's loose ball, Ron.
Yep.
7:34 in this one. The number 1 team against number 5 Glacier Peak on the ropes. Lynnwood with the...
Look how open that high post is.
Garner, but a Pivot absolutely read the book before she had it done there and gets the turnover. Here comes Michaela Pivot. Kayla only 12 points so far, trying to get good looks, been playing great defense. Jordan step back 3, can't get it. Rebound by Johnson. She quickly skirts out. Hayes with the foul on Mai.
That's what I thought too.
Oh no, they're going to call it on Cooper, Ron.
Hey, could have called on either one.
Her second, team 4th. Exciting, big time basketball. Sadie trying to get it in, gets it to Paisley. Sam Fatkin with her 4th personal foul with 43 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Great look underneath. Sadie can't get it.
Oh, man,
Sadie,
beautiful pass.
She could have gone under and reversed that so easy.
Jordan the other way. Pivot, Sadie Mensing doing a good job on her all night. She's got the high pick by Rogers. Now Jordan out to Danny Hayes. She drives in, a little left-hander, not good. Off Rogers' head and into Watkins. Watkins trying to get it, and they're going to finally call a foul as she is attacked.
Yeah, she was surrounded.
I'm guessing Cooper's going to get that one.
Hackarama there for Kayla Watkins.
Kayla, got to be careful. You can't bring that ball in and tuck it up against your body. You got to keep it out in your hands, the end of your arms, where you can move it around, right?
3rd foul on Monty Cooper. 5 team fouls apiece. Kayla Watkins, 15 points for the sophomore. They get it into her.
Tight press, they broke it.
Now 2-on-2. Paisley drives. Yes!
She gets it to fall. 44-39. GP on top by 5.
Nobody said not slow Paisley down.
She never saw a one-on-one she didn't like. Cooper on Garner, drives in, turns, tough shot, great defense. Garner gets the rebound. Now she's got to take care of it. Cooper.
She's getting fouled.
And she's going to get called again. The senior now quickly with 4 fouls.
And the fouls now, GP on top, right? Lynnwood 6, or is it? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, 6 to 5. Team fouls going fast. We're going to be shooting free throws here in a little bit.
5:56 left to go in this ball game. A pivotal Wesco 3A game.
I thought Kayla was going to shoot.
Paisley Johnson, she's looking, she's asking for a double. Inside, and she gets it! Paisley Johnson!
GP up by 7, and we're going to get a timeout.
Full timeout by Everett Edwards here as a Glacier Peak fans stand up and cheer.
If you know somebody who's not seeing this game, give them a call. Lynnwood on the ropes one more time, 39-46, Glacier Peak on top.
You look down in that huddle and you see some of those girls have some worried faces. They're not used to being in this position.
Again, this team, the Royals, average 66 points per game, and it's 46 right now with a few minutes left in the game.
Yeah, this is crazy. I was hoping we'd come into this game and GP would give Lynnwood a run for their money, but I never expected this. I never expected them on top by 7 in the 4th quarter.
Well, still a lot of ball game left here to pace, and so anything can happen, and that 3 ball is going to be really important as the way this rolls down, if they can fire it in there.
I mean, you look down there, the GP team, they're thinking they're winning this ball game.
Edwards has got one of those tonight, and she's pretty hot if they leave her open, so we'll see what happens when they get back out here on the court.
They have made 221 3-point attempts this season. They shoot 30% from the 3-point line. Again, Jordan Edwards by far more than anybody else, 71 attempts, and she is struggling along with many other Royals tonight. Jordan Edwards only with 3 points, just 1 3-pointer, as Ron alluded to.
5:38 remaining. Let's see what happens.
Pivick on top. Mensing guarding her. Now they curl. Rogers back out. Danny Hayes fakes in the paint. Pips it out to Walsh, and he throws it away.
Fatkin getting ready to check back in.
Yeah, they're going to let Sammy see how long she can stay in there.
Well, we're going to see here how Lynnwood handles a little pressure. And this is really what Lynnwood needs before they head into the tourney, right?
A good test.
They are going to learn something from this ball game.
Oh, and there's an errant pass, but Watkins tries to save it, can't do it.
Saved it to Pivick.
Pivick, she's going to take it all the way. And that's going to, she draws the foul. I thought maybe she'd get the charge, but.
No, not with a shot like that. Do you see that? She looked like a college ball player with that.
In the air.
Reaching out with a little finger roll, right?
She is a college ball player.
Yeah.
She's got about 4 or 5 colleges after that girl right now, and she's only a junior.
She hits that.
She might as well skip her senior year.
Declare early.
Declare early.
3rd foul on Sadie Mensing. Again, team fouls tied at 6 apiece on both teams, and here's a substitution. Or what are they doing? They got Walsh down, number 2, Riley Walsh.
She was in the game. She was just over talking to Coach Edwards.
Kevin not knowing. 5:16 left to go. GP up by 6. Michaela Pivick. She misses. Rare miss.
Watkins with a good rebound. Find someone to give it to.
Natalie Rasmussen, the junior, along with Sadie, the senior, Kiana Garner, but the rest are sophomores. Sam Fatkin, 4 fouls on her. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Way down to Sadie, back out to Rasmussen.
Boom!
Whoa!
Big time! 49-40, GP with a 9-point lead.
And the Grizzlies giving the Royals a little of their own medicine here at the Cave. Edwards.
That's going to be a foul on Paisley. Clipping foul. Paisley's on the floor. Again, John.
Again.
Paisley Johnson, she is just a scrappy.
They're going to like having her at BYU.
I think so.
3rd foul on Paisley. And now it's 7 team fouls, so that puts him in the 1-and-1. Jordan Edwards to the line.
Hayes is the kind of player that gets everybody on the team amped up when she starts going.
Kayla Watkins sits down, 4:34, 9-point lead for Glacier Peak.
I've noticed this second half that Coach Hill is running these kids back and forth quite a bit, so he's giving them a lot of little 2 or 3 minute breaks.
Is that a lane? No. Yes, it will. And she shoots 60% from the line, does Jordan Edwards. So that one, unfortunate for Glacier Peak.
Hayes was trying not to step in. She was on the full-on lean there.
If you're just joining us, which I hope you're not, Michaela Pivic for Lynnwood, 13 points. Jordan Edwards, 3 points. That's correct. Monty Cooper with 11. As Edwards hits that one, she has 4 now.
4:34 remaining in this ballgame. It's going to get tight right here toward the last few minutes.
Lynnwood cruising through the division, 10-1. And Pivic with a big rebound. She can't get the crawl. She gets another rebound. And she draws the foul. Unbelievable. Michaela Pivic, 3 rebounds right in a row, a stat stuffer.
You can see she's jumping higher than anyone else out there. She's the only one with any realistic hops, except for maybe Paisley Johnson.
And Glacier Peak has done a very good job keeping them off the offensive rebounds. She hits that. She's 74% from the field. So you want to keep Pivic off the
boards.
Off the line.
You're going to have to push her underneath the hoop.
4:26 stops the clock for Lynnwood Royals. A good call. That one's off the side, and that's going to go Glacier Peak basketball. Yeah,
that's what I saw
from here.
It's almost a foul on Edwards.
It was.
Could have been. On her, she was climbing on her back.
Rasmussen gets it in. Now they double her. She gets over. She has to look up. She's just tightrope on the line. Bounce pass to Garner inside. Can't get it. Rebound Pivic.
Everything but the basket.
Pivic running the full court. Over to Danny Hayes. Back over to Pivic. She drives now. And they're going to call a foul on Kiana Garner. Wow.
Pivic, amazing the way she goes to the bucket, though.
Great adjustment as Garner, I don't know if we have the replay of that, but she literally had her feet in cement.
I actually gave that to Natalie, so Kiana's off the board there.
That's why.
Pivic did a fabulous job of getting around her without.
And Pivic makes the front end of that shot.
And free throw is going to get them slowly back. Lynnwood Royals creeping back into this one.
Pivic's got 3 of those free throws up there on the board right now. This is going for 4.
Glacier Peak with 9 team fouls right now. They're going to be in a double bonus here in a second.
16 now quickly for Pivic. They break the press. Sam Fatkins.
Oh, not yet. Press
almost.
Is on.
Press is on. They've been trying to break it. Now taking their time. Rasmussen. They cross into the front court with 17 on the shot clock. Rasmussen been huge tonight in the second half with 3-pointers. Inside, Mensing, back out Rasmussen from the right, far off. A rebound, goes up and she gets hammered by Pivic, and Paisley Johnson will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the clock is the friend of GP right now. They can just burn it away.
Good hustle by Paisley.
Lynnwood's going to get antsy.
Get that board.
Second on Pivic, that gets him to 17 fouls. With Paisley Johnson at the line. The sophomore, verbal commit, misses the front end.
Like we said earlier, those free throws are going to add up, and that one didn't add. But we need that second one to make it go here.
49-44. Glacier Peak on top. They took the lead with 5:45 left in the fourth quarter here.
Only 5. You need all these free throws. Oh, Paisley.
Didn't take the lead there, the biggest lead. Rebound. Watkins tries to, she loses it, and there's Paisley to pick it up. Cross court.
Oh, should have caught that one.
Hits the volleyball hit, and Pivic the other way, 1-on-3. She likes the numbers. Soft touch, can't get it. Nally with a rebound.
Now GP's got to not run with them. Don't run with them.
No, you can't tell Paisley that.
There we go.
And now they're getting tired. Sloppy.
Timeout.
Sloppy.
No timeout.
Play there. Glacier Peak 49-44, 3:12 left in the ball game.
Got to calm the animals down.
And JV head coach, assistant coach, Mr. Rasmussen, not happy with that. Edwards. Pivot drives on Sadie, and they should call an offensive foul. She led, but they won't. They'll call it on Mensing.
They're going to talk it over, but they're going to call it on Mensing. Yeah.
Well, Mensing was moving.
Yeah.
As long as you're not dropping the shoulder and trying to hurt her, you can run her over.
And Sadie Mensing, 4th team foul. Sadie with 4, Fatkins with 4, Paisley Johnson with 3. Again, you're putting Pivot right where she wants to be. Ooh, she misses.
Misses, though.
You're helping out there, Scott. He missed a couple of them, surprisingly.
Cooper comes in for the Royals. Pivot gets that one.
Gets it to roll in.
4-point lead now for Glacier Peak. A cross-court dangerous pass, and that's going to be on Edwards. Great reception there by Sam Fatkins.
Yes, way to get up, receive the ball, hold on to it, and then wait for the impact. Edwards a little too fast for her own good there.
And now in the bonus, this thing, the last 2 minutes and 56 seconds, depending on fouls, is going to come a long way as Boston takes a seat.
It's all up to free throws now.
Going to be a lot of the factor here.
Everybody's in the bonus.
Sammy Fatkins and the Royal fans trying to distract her, but Sam hits it.
And she got fouled.
5-point lead for Glacier Peak. Number 1 team in the state for many weeks in a row here at Lynnwood. Sam, ice.
Pressure shot by Sammy.
7 points for Sam Fatkin tonight, the sophomore. Jordan Edwards.
Sam's dad very happy about that, and so was Auntie Rhonda.
And who gets the foul? Is that on 14 Royals or is that on PJ?
On Paige.
That's her 4th, so everybody with 4 fouls and sends Rogers to the line.
This is what we don't need happening is going to the line, but that is what's happening. So this last 2 minutes and 47 seconds is going to go slow if this keeps up.
22 for 30, 73% from the free throw line this season so far for the sophomore Kelsey Rogers, held in check with only 3 points tonight, but she hits that.
Yeah, I got a hard out of here at 9 o'clock because I got to get to Applebee's.
You need something warm and cold?
Warm and cold, cold and cold. Warm and cold, yeah, warm food, cold beverage, right?
Yeah.
Rogers gets the second, 47-51. Glacier Peak hanging with this lead.
That's the way you win.
5
Scratch
points.
And claw and hang on.
Lynnwood gonna go to their pressure into Watkins. Back over to Sadie Mensing, the senior on senior night here at Glacier Peak, their last regular season home game. Crosses the timeline. Rasmussen, Fatkins. 18 on the shot clock. Paisley Johnson now pivot, back out to Rasmussen. She sets.
I thought Rasmussen was going to crank that.
That was way out.
You thought about it.
Paisley slices, dices, can't get the bounce. Rebound by Cooper.
Oh, needed those two.
Big
Cooper,
possession.
Good pull there.
Oh, and she's got to be careful. She touches it over and back.
Yeah.
Great defense by P.J. Johnson.
2 minutes and 12 seconds to go on that 4-point lead here, and it's going to be a timeout here for the Everett Royals. But the Lynnwood Royals, Edwards calls timeout.
2:12 left. GP up top, 51-47. We'll be back right after this on STSPN.
Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Western Conference girls varsity basketball presented by Shoreline Community College, shoreline.edu. all season long here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Executive producer Todd Elvig, Ron Henthorne the wedge, Johnny McLean, Scott Oshman here, and an exciting 1 versus 5 championship type atmosphere. 2:12 left, GP on top, 51-47. Watkins in the corner, gets Cooper up, now drives. Oh my, what a critical call as Watkins drives. And Pivot.
That was a lousy call. Pivot was moving.
I don't believe that one, but
heady play, I guess, by Michaela Pivot. She saw that coming from a mile away. Only the second foul on Kayla Watkins.
Critical possession here for Lynnwood. They need to put something in the basket.
Edwards sets up the screen. Now Pivot from the elbow. Rolls out, Watkins, big rebound. Takes care of it. Here's Rasmussen. Danny on her, over to Sadie!
Oh,
yes! Mensing! 1:43 left, 53-47. Sadie Mensing, the senior.
Boy, this is like playoff basketball here.
Pivot on the left side, behind the back, double team. Now she gets it tied up. It's going to be Lynnwood basketball. No, Glacier Peak basketball. What a defensive series.
53-47.
1:29 on that clock.
GP is in great position right now. 6-point lead.
Timeout. Lynnwood.
We'll step, no, we're going to keep right here. 1:29 left. We got to talk about a player of the game. Is 1:29 left, 53-47.
Well, point-wise, Kayla Watkins has got 15. Has been playing a heck of a physical game down there under the basket.
Sensational.
And other than that, why Natalie's popped a few threes in there that makes the game look pretty good.
Paisley's been playing fabulous, though.
And Paisley's been playing fabulous, so I don't know.
Great defense, right? Batkin, absolutely fabulous defense.
Now, I want to remind the brevity of this game. If Glacier Peak were to win this game, they play Edmonds Woodway next Monday night. Right now, Lynnwood number 1, Edmonds Woodway number 2, Glacier Peak number 3. That would tie them for second because they both have 2 losses coming in. Lynnwood have their first loss in division play.
Right.
If Glacier Peak goes on and beats Edmonds Woodway, then they're the second seed.
They would be, definitely, yeah.
So a lot can happen.
And plus, GP would be riding high, right? You talk about a bunch of girls with some confidence. That would be amazing.
Another timeout, 53-47 here on STSPN.com. We'll remind everybody, go to STSPN.com for all your on-demand STSPN and SLSN. Also our YouTube channel, Snohomish Times. Go ahead.
Also, though, this isn't a bad game for Lynnwood to lose. If they do lose, right? Get it out of the way now, get it out of your system, and then head into postseason play and clean up.
The press. Now they find Rasmussen in the corner, trying to stay in the corner. Get it to Watkins. She gets it over to Sadie.
Need to run the whole 30 clock here for sure. Whoa, look out.
Fatkins, great reception again by Fatkins.
We're going to have to put Fatkin in as a wide receiver in the football team.
Paisley stuck. Sadie wants it. Backs it down, gets her own rebound up again.
Yes,
and Sadie Mensing.
Mensing just killing it in the fourth quarter.
12 for the senior. Edwards over to Pivot, down left-hander, draws the foul and count it. Oh my, 56.6 seconds left in the game. Michaela Pivot.
You know, she doesn't shoot that left-handed.
Michaela doesn't think this game's over.
She goes through contortions and puts that up righty. That's just like I would.
Get close, right. She used her body as she went in up to the glass.
She hit it with the left, but then she goes with the right and kind of shoots it kind of backhanded.
Spectacular player, Michaela Pivot. She can't get that, and they're going to be a lane violation, I think, on Pivot. Yeah, she jumped the gun there. Pivot, again, off night for her for the stripe.
56 seconds. Hang with us, guys.
She's really trying hard to make something happen right now, and I think maybe trying a little too hard to do it herself.
Glacier Peak with a timeout here with 56.3 to go. 6-point lead here. What are you going to do if you got the inbounds play here?
What's Mensing got for points right now?
Mensing has got 12.
12.
But huge in the second half.
Points.
Again, her offensive rebound, her second tries there have been critical. been a beast on the boards, John.
But for the full court press, Kayla Watkins now, she's receiving the ball inbounds because she can get open. She's been taking really good care of it. Really smart plays. Really.
She's been contributing on both ends here with those points. I mean, she's got 15 points down there and probably, I don't know, a dozen good rebounds down there at least.
And also some great defense.
Yeah, good defense. So
playing against Rogers all night long.
February basketball right here. Sadie gets it into Fatkins. And good job by Raston. Gets to the center of the court. They cross in the front court. And she draws the foul, and that's exactly, if you're Brian Hill and Glacier Peak, who do you want at the line? Natalie Rasmussen.
Oh, absolutely. Really heady ball player. Excellent free throw shooter. 50 seconds left. You got a 6-point lead.
That's why they called that timeout. They wanted to get the ball in Natalie's hands for sure.
19 fouls on Lynnwood, so GP not in the double bonus yet, but she's shooting 1 and 1.
Now 6-point lead for Lynnwood Royals. Natalie hits that. Huge.
That's a huge point, 7-point lead. That's huge.
50.3. If you're Lynnwood Royals right now, you're glad that only took 6 seconds off the shot clock. You send them the line, you stop the clock, gives you a chance. Rasmussen too hard, but Paisley with a huge rebound.
And Paisley's going to get fouled.
And there was a timeout.
Not fouled.
That's a full timeout. We'll go to commercial. Do not go away. 47 seconds, 56:49 right here on STSPN.com.
You're going to do it, right?
She hasn't gotten one before.
Back here live, Glacier Peak High School. Glacier Peak on the precipice of a huge upset over #1 ranked Lynnwood Royals, 56-49.
I like that precipice. That's a great place for Glacier Peak to be tonight.
Coming out of the timeout, Lynnwood on uncharted territory. They are not used to being down. Their only loss this season over the holidays to Todd Beamer. Top-ranked team, one of the top-ranked. Everett Edwards doesn't like his positioning as Rasmussen out of bounds. And they have an extra play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're talking, Brian Hill wants...
She just ran up the
She
court.
ran on the court over there on the far sideline. If Todd can swing over to the Lynnwood bench.
And refs will be able to see it on STSPN.com.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a replay of that or not, but...
I didn't know we had 6 players.
So what happened there was on the Lynnwood bench, I think it was 23 perhaps, maybe it was Taylor Fahey. She stepped on the court.
No, I saw Walsh running off.
Whoa, was it Walsh?
It's a technical foul. They're going to say they called it. So Everett Edwards is going to go over there and talk to the striped shirt about that. He thinks it was the bench or the scorer's fault for sending her in. But see, there were 6 on the floor, and that's all that really counts.
Crowd going nuts on our side. The Glacier Peak coaching staff going crazy down there.
Guess who's going to shoot the tee?
Nat Rasmussen.
You got it right.
Number 13, the junior, got a lot of playing time last year. Again, her older sister graduating a lot of time here on the Glacier Peak hardwood floors, and she hits the technical foul, or she'll attempt it. Quiet gym we go into, and that's big. Rasmussen earning every ounce of accolades tonight from the stripe.
She gets 2 technical fouls, 2 shots.
Yeah, we're going to have to double her pay.
Wow.
Rasmussen, ice in her veins. She gets congratulatory, 47.1 seconds.
And we get the ball. Glacier Peak gets the ball.
Underneath the basket, or no, on the side. And
they get a clean inbounds.
Cooper gets it into Paisley. Now they look and they double.
They're going to tackle Paisley. They got to call a foul on her. for her.
They call it? No, they call it on Danny Hayes, 33, right?
They had to call it on Lynnwood somewhere. They were pushed her out of bounds.
Got to give her some room, and she'll go to the stripe.
And that's just what they want, because Lynnwood wants the ball. Of course, what they don't want is for her to make both of these, and she's in the double bonus.
And she's a pretty good shooter.
Paisley, an excellent free throw shooter.
So just for understanding how the defensive body of work tonight, as she hits that.
9 points for Paisley tonight.
Lynnwood Royals had 21 3-point attempts on Wednesday night against Edmonds Woodway.
Well, they have 4 or 5 tonight?
They have 2 made and about 3 made and about 4 or 5 more attempts, but hardly any to speak of.
And Paisley misses the other one. She hustles out of bounds, and they're going to stay. Rogers hit it out last. It's going to stay with Glacier Peak. Paisley Johnson, hustle machine.
Paisley almost ended up outside in the parking lot there.
She hit 42.2 seconds here.
I have 4 3-pointers for Lynnwood Royals tonight, well below their average. And Sam Patkins takes it on the near court, draws it down to 39.4. Another foul, or 4th, by Danny Hayes.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's got to have 4 or 5 fouls.
This is like good pork or ribs, slow cooking to the end right here.
They're just dragging it out. This game's basically over.
10-point lead.
And Patkins drops that one. 11 points with 39.4 seconds, and Coach Edwards has given up the game.
And now a big substitution, Sam Patkin, as the Glacier Peak crowd gives them big applause. And this will shake as Kayla Watkins come up. This will cause tremors in the state rankings and power polls.
Yes. Big time.
With our friends over the Everett Herald. And Sam Patkins hits that one. Tremendous effort tonight for Sam and everybody.
Would you believe a 12-point win, let alone the win we didn't think was going to happen?
Hill sending everybody in, too.
Yeah, if they get a chance.
Boston, top side, 27 seconds. Out of bounds, another turnover from Walsh.
25 seconds to go, and we're going to see the rest of the Glacier Peak bench come in here.
Standing ovation for Glacier Peak starters. Natalie Rasmussen, come over here. Kayla Watkins, Sam Patkin. And now the crowd going crazy. Sierra Nash out there with senior Kiana Gardner.
And Sadie.
Sadie stayed out there. Charlie Sevenets.
They're just going to run the clock, guys.
8 seconds.
Who are you going after, buddy?
I'm going after Kayla Watkins. They need more Watkins. And Glacier Peak upsets the #1 team in the state. 61-49.
We'll be right back with Scott Oshman and player of the game down there on the court, guys. So we'll take a short commercial break and be right with you.
Man, that was amazing.
We're still running live here? All right. Glacier Peak. Yeah. We're staying right here. You can see those Glacier Peak girls out there on the court. They're just hugging. They're going over to give the students a big cheer for being out here. They're happy country campers out here tonight. We got Scott Oshman down there on the court trying to get Kayla Watkins to come back over here for the Player of the Game award. Glacier Peak fans, students over there are just standing up, clapping, and applauding, as well as all the GP fans on this side of the court, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles alike, just happy campers. And some of those smartphones are working their way like crazy out here, taking pictures, sending out messages, as the whole place has kind of gone crazy here at Glacier Peak Den tonight. So now we have Scott down there with Kayla Watkins. So go give them to her, Scott.
And Kayla Watkins, our STSPN player of the game. Glacier Peak upsets the #1 Lynnwood Royals 61-49. Kayla, what was the talk in practice from your Wednesday night game to this week coming in tonight?
I mean, like, we needed to play hard and not, like, we wanted to keep the score down to a limit. So, like, our goal was to, like, keep them from, like, our goal was to, like, keep them.
Keep them low scoring, right? You did. No, she's excited. All right, Claire, the game. Kayla Watkins, again, you came off a season high 16. You had 15 tonight. What were you focusing on? You had a tall task with Rogers down the middle, rebounds, and getting it back up for easy buckets.
I mean, I couldn't do it without my team giving me the ball. I was focusing on the square of the basket to finish strong. And we played good, and we played an awesome team win.
Tell us also, you were a key to breaking their pressure and the full court pressure. That's what they like to do. I know Coach Hill had you practicing against that. You were a key part of that. What was going through the team's mind about how to keep calm and break that pressure?
We just needed to keep calm the whole time and like let them pressure come to us and let's break it. I mean, we just need to be calm and see the open floor.
What's this mean for this team tonight, coming in with a big win, heading into playoffs? Now you got a huge game next Monday, Edmonds Woodway. What's this mean, and what's the level of excitement right now for you guys?
I mean, we're excited coming in as number one. I'm super excited. I can't talk right now. I'm so excited.
That's awesome. Go have fun with your teammates. Congratulations, Kayla Watkins. We need more Watkins. Back up to John and Ron.
All right, thank you, Scott. That was a fantastic interview there with Kayla Watkins. She was out of breath. She could hardly talk.
Just too excited, Ron. Too excited.
What a great win tonight on senior night, especially for the girls out there with Sadie Mensing picking up 12 points out there tonight, playing a strong game. Kiana Gardner only with 3, but a real physical game on the court.
And so this is a real important game, a big game for GP. This loss really doesn't mean much for Lynnwood. They're still going to come out top of Wesco 3A, right? It's really kind of undisputed. And it's just kind of a precursor. It just sets them up for a good tournament afterwards. They needed to get this behind them, right? Get it out of the way, and now they can concentrate on state.
They can. They got one more game they can maybe breeze through, but they're going to learn a lot from this game, I think, as you said earlier, and be ready to go into that playoff section there. So Scott Oshman back up here. We're going to kind of give the scoring rundown here a bit. Paisley Johnson with 8 for Grizzlies. Samantha Fatkin with 9. Sadie Mensing with 12. Kayla Watkins, our player of the game down there, with 15 points tonight. Natalie Rasmussen with 3 big 3 balls and 13 points, and those clutch 3 throws at the end of the game there, which kind of made things really easy sliding at the end. Kiana Garner with a big 3 and a big game tonight there. For the Lynnwood Royals, Michaela Peavik had 17 points is what I had. Is that?
I had 16. I think she has 17 or 18 maybe.
So that's
the free
big.
throw.
I mean, Glacier Peak did a good job of keeping her in check.
She had 25 on Wednesday night. She had 33. She averages 21. Yes, huge.
Yeah, Monty Cooper only had 11, and Rogers had 6, and only 3 balls tonight. Where Hayes had 1 3 ball. Edwards had 1 3 ball, and Cooper had 1 3 ball. And you had one other one, did you?
Yeah, I had one other one. I'm trying to look on my score. Monty Cooper, you said?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll look. Maybe it was 3. But
we talked about that before the game, that GP had to keep them in check from the arc, right?
Yeah. And they played great defense. The other thing I think that was critical, 43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Sam Fatkins gets her 4th foul. Then after that, Menson gets a 4th foul. Paisley Johnson gets her 4th foul, and nobody fouled out.
Yeah, that was amazing right there.
Yeah, played under control, and that's really good for them tonight. They're going to be happy, little campers, when they go to bed tonight.
They should be, and this is going to propel GP. They've got Lynnwood coming up. They're going to be really riding high when they go into Lynnwood.
Edmonds Woodway.
Edmonds Woodway, yeah.
Look at one of those teams, right?
Well, again, the first quarter, 13-17, Royals on top. It was 29-29 at halftime. We were going back and forth, 42-39. GP had the lead at the end of 3, and they just kept it going. Some clutch free throws. I thought it was the game plan and the strategy there by Brian Hill and the staff was brilliant. And they broke the press and they kept the turnovers and they forced Lynnwood into playing a sloppy game.
Well,
I think the pressure from GP.
Yeah.
Lynnwood wasn't used to playing against that.
next Monday night, STSPN will be back here for the boys basketball game, Snohomish against Monroe.
And also tomorrow night, or tomorrow, we're continuing afternoon, we have the Shoreline Community College, the Fins, baby, the Dolphins, both the women's game and men's versus Bellevue, which in that league, they're the #1 team in both women's and men's for that conference for 2-year college. North
Are you going to be
Shoreline
doing that
Community
game?
College.
Are you doing that game?
I am not doing tomorrow's games. Steve Willits, I believe, will be on the call. Is that correct? So check STSPN. I tell you what, boys, we've been doing this for 5 years. We've seen some big games, but I don't know. That one gets in the top 5 for me.
Oh, easily. Yeah. That was an amazing game.
Fantastic game, and a very exciting crowd of parents and aunts and uncles and friends here tonight to cheer them on. So a lot of happy campers out here.
All right, for the 5-tool electric executive producer, Todd Elvig, the guy who does it all. He's got 16 hands on him.
That's
pushing
awkward.
all the buttons. That's all. Anyway, Ron Enthorn, the wedge. Johnny McLean, always fun to do b-ball. Scott Oshman saying good evening from Glacier Peak High School, where the #5 team in the state upset Friday night. They win over the #1 state-ranked team, Lynnwood Royals, 61-49. Have a great evening.
Have a good weekend, everybody.